I think we do have to come back to my dad's prayer, let my heart be broken, with the things that break the heart of God. And I think walking with Jesus is always about several different things. The things that we love are the blessings. The things that we love are the immediate miracles and answers to prayer. The things that give us hope are when we can feel God's power in the moment and know that God is working on our behalf. But we all know that many times the miracles go unseen, or sometimes the prayers seem to be unanswered, and that's the moment where our faith kicks in. That's where we have to become determined. That's where the army that God is raising up amongst our donors and our sponsors and in our staff and all around the world. It's an army of faith. It's an army that says, I'm going to pray believing. And faith is the substance of things that are unseen. You know, the hope for things hoped for. And we have to trust that even when we can't see what God's doing, that He is a loving God, and He's a faithful God, and He's a compassionate God, and that He's moving. And what our prayers do are release His compassion, release His provision, release His comfort, and most importantly, release His Spirit, so that even in the worst of places, when people are suffering the most, that there's going to be the Spirit of the Most High God released through our prayers to comfort, to encourage, to miraculously reveal the love of God in the lives of children and families, mothers, fathers, who need to know that God loved them. And there are so many stories of miraculous things that happen, impossible things that happen in the midst of the worst chaos and tragedy and upheaval, war. And later we find out that people were praying at that moment and something breaks free. Your prayers are powerful. Our prayers, my prayers, they're powerful. They're our greatest weapon. They're a weapon of warfare. We mustn't be stingy with our prayers, and we must never fail to pray, because that is when the enemy is defeated. Not when we see the result, but when we pray. That's when it's established in heaven. That's when the victory happens. And then we will see the release of that, the establishment of that here on earth. So when we're called to pray, we need to come out of obedience. We need to pray because God tells us to pray. And we need to pray because we know that our prayers will make a difference.